This is Mark Kemp of LasVegasProbateGuide.com with your 2-minute probate tip. The first where of probate is where did the decedent reside at the time of death. Now, I'm not talking about where was the decedent physically located at the time of death. What we are looking for here is the decedent's legal residence. And this is a critical factor because we will look to the laws of the state of legal residence to determine whether or not a will gets admitted to probate, who gets to serve if there is no will, and in fact, where the probate should be filed, because a main probate case is generally filed in the jurisdiction where the decedent legally resided at the time of death. Now, if you have real property in multiple states, we will have probates in those multiple states, but the main probate is going to be in the place of legal residence. Legal residence is not the same as physical presence. So we will have families move their loved one from their state of legal residence to live with them in another state when they're in their last months of life. And that does not necessarily change their legal residence. Their legal residence is something we look at as a matter of intent. And that intent is established by looking at signs such as where did they have their driver's license, where did they last vote, where did they get their mail, where do they have their principal residence that they consider their home. All of those factors go into account in determining legal residence. Now, when a person dies in the death certificate, there's a place where they will note a person's residence. Now, the key on that is that that information doesn't come from any noted authority. That comes from the informant who actually gives the funeral home the information to put into the death certificate. So that statement in the death certificate may or may not be correct. If it's incorrect, there's a process to change that so you can have the correct legal residence in a death certificate if that becomes an issue. So, key point, where did the decedent reside at the time of death? Not where were they at when they died, where did they legally reside? The first where of probate.